Hello, Divine Savior. I'm Megan Azar. I am your Smith & Nephew account manager that has been working with the Spirus Hospital System for a little over 2 years now with converting the hospital over to the Alive & Life foam dressings. So back in September, Tracy Allison and Steve Allison in your outpatient center had reached out to me letting me know that Aspirus, Divine Savior was part of Aspirus and that they would like to trial the Alive & Life foam dressings. The trial went well and they did choose to bring in these dressings, and now they were wanting us to trial them on the ICU and Med-Surg at Divine Savior. So I started working with Georgia Brockway and Melissa and started the education on Monday and Tuesday. And then unfortunately, my daughter she got in close contact for about 3 hours with a parent who just tested positive for COVID-19. So it's better safe than sorry. We are now quarantining for the next 14 days and awaiting our test results. So I love doing the education face-to-face so I can ask questions and get your answers and be able to demo this. So I'm gonna do my best by doing a video for you so that you can watch this and get comfortable with these dressings. The dressings are there on site. Every single dressing has a hot pink, like this color pink, hot pink evaluation form stapled to it. You also have a binder at every nurse's station in the ICU and the Med-Surg unit. With that, inside here is the dressings that you were trialing. And then you also have a conversion sheet that shows your old product and then the product that you are going to currently trial. So the Smith & Nephew line here. What these products look like: Alive & Life, you're gonna trial a 4x4, a 5x5, and a 6x6. This dressing came out in 2012. And what Smith & Nephew did is we asked 800 clinicians and patients what they would love to see with their current foam dressing. Would there be any changes? What would they like to see changed? The top 3 things that came back is they just wanted a dressing that would stay in place. They also wanted a dressing that was gonna hold a lot of exudate. And then the patients wanted a dressing that didn't, quote, look dirty. So what Smith & Nephew did is created Alive & Life. It is a 5-layer foam dressing. I cut this to show you, but we always say, don't cut the flower. So just as a helpful tip, otherwise the dressing will kind of fall apart. The very first layer here is a silicone adhesive, which is all over the dressing, even in the white padded area. What Smith & Nephew did is they widen the borders to help with the adhesive, to help it stick. Then what Smith & Nephew did is they changed up the actual silicone. So if this dressing were to roll, which many dressings do, you no longer have to throw it away and get rid of it. You can actually just roll it right back down into place. You can also pick up this dressing. It's recommended once per shift to do skin checks, and then put it back down into place. This dressing is a dressing that can be picked up and looked once per shift for up to 7 days. So it is a 7-day dressing. That's the first layer, the silicone. The second layer is a foam. This foam is going to help wick moisture away immediately to help prevent maceration. The next layer is this hyperabsorbent padded layer. Think of it kind of like a diaper. It is going to absorb it, lock it away, and then redistribute it. Then the next layer is this masking layer. What this does is it helps keep the dressing from looking dirty. So as you can see, the strike through is not coming through here in the center compared to what this one is. I pour blue food coloring in there. But what it is going to do is it's locking it away and then it's redistributing it to this outside ring. This outside is your change indicator. So we say that when 3 of these quadrilobes are full, that is your indication that the dressing is full and it's time to discard it. So it's either a 7-day dressing, or if 3/4 of the dressing is full, it's time for it to go. This dressing also comes into the shape of a sacrum dressing. And in your binder, I also included a proning prevention piece if you're proning any patients. And then also, and the prone kits will actually be in the ICU in case you guys do need to prone patients. Then I also included an OR application guide. So if a patient is going to be on the OR table longer than 2 hours, it is recommended that you prevent at least the sacral area and heels. But the sacrum is going to look like this. It is pre-cut for you to help you get a good seal into the gluteal cleft. So how you apply these dressings and how you apply all of the Aleven Life foam dressings is make sure the area is clean with soap and water before applying the dressing. Allow it to dry. Then you are trialing a No Sting Skin Prep Lollipop. Open it at the top where the stick is, not down here where the pad is. That's where all the excess fluid lies, and if you open it from the bottom, fluid's gonna come out. So open it at the top. Take that No Sting Skin Prep and prep the whole area where the dressing is going to go. As that's drying, you're going to open your dressing. There is a film here, a middle film that you'll peel off. Then you're gonna take it and fold it like a taco with the other film still on. That way your gloved hands don't stick to the silicone. So you'll fold it like a taco. Utilizing this arrow kind of as your guide, you're going to guide that dressing down into the gluteal cleft. You want to seal down first, then come up to the top and seal, then peel this wing off, a warm gloved hand tracing the borders, and then this wing off, and you'll do the warm gloved hand kind of tracing the border as well. When this dressing is in place, because of it being in the sacral area, we do recommend taking that No Sting Skin Prep again and tracing the top, or tracing around the border and the skin all around the dressing. This just gives it another like adherence for it. This area is a lot of sweat, greasier, oilier, and patients do tend to shift. So we do recommend doing that extra No Sting Skin Prep. This is good for 96 hours. So after 96 hours, you would want to reapply. When assessing the sacral area, you are going to peel from the top down, assess, and then place the dressing back up. You do not want to break this seal. This dressing does have a bacteria-proof layer to it, so if stool were to get on top of it, you can use soap and water and wipe it clean, but if stool does get under it, you do have to discard the dressing. Otherwise, on the outside here, if 3/4 of this dressing starts to change colors, that's your indication that the dressing is also full. This dressing is 7 days in all the areas except for the sacrum. The sacral area is a 5-day dressing. It's just due to the likelihood that stool is going to get up underneath it is high. So think of everywhere else on the body as a full week, but then think of the sacrum as Monday through Friday for that 5-day dressing. So you are going to get this one to trial as well. Now, the next one is my all-time favorite. So this dressing is a heel dressing, but it is kind of like a jack of all trades. I'm going to show you this, and this application is in your pink binder as well, and I'll send attachments to Melissa and she can distribute it too. But as you can see here, this dressing can go in multiple areas. You can turn it upside down and go under the armpit. You can go over the breast. You can go up under a C-collar or a neck brace. You can turn around and put it over the ischium and the coccyx at the same time. It can go on the elbow. It can go on the shin. It can go on the top of the foot. You can do so many things with this dressing. It is a 7-day dressing, but it is called a heel. So I will show you how to do the heel. You put the angel kind of wings towards you and the patient's head. There is, again, a middle layer here, so you're going to peel that off. And then you're going to take the heel and kind of put it right here at the top of the dressing. And then you'll peel this wing off, wrap, peel this one off, wrap, and then you are going to cup, then use this kind of as your security flaps. Now, when you're assessing the heel, you will unwrap the security kind of flaps on either side, take this down from the bottom, and then heel backwards, assess, and then put it back up into place. 7 days, unless it fills up on the outside here 3/4 of the way full. Now, the next kind of category of dressings that you are going to get is the Aleven Life, or not the Aleven Gentle Border Lights. It is a 3-layer dressing. So I cut it to show you the 3 layers. The nice thing about this dressing is you can cut it. So as featured here, and this is in your binder as well, you can take a slit and put it around a G-tube. You can put it under a trach. You can put it under CPAP and BiPAP machines. You can take this little 2x5 and roll it around oxygen tubing to prevent breakdown around the ears. So this dressing is good for low draining wounds, and I mean very low, skin tears, your thin, frail, elderly skin, and then under medical devices. So if it is anything above a low draining wound, you do not want to use this dressing. It will slip and slide. It'll fill up too fast. But you are getting a 3x3, a 2x2, a 2x5, and a 4x4 to trial. And then if you needed a 6x6, we do have that, but these are the ones you are trialing. The other nice piece is that cute little 2x2, this little guy. You can turn it as a diamond, and a lot of hospitals and Aspirus up in Wausau actually are doing this, and put it on the bridge of your nose to help protect against N95 mask. If you are doing that, you do still need to place the dressing and then use the mask and get an N95, get refitted, basically, get another test done, just to make sure your seal is proper. But that is in here as well for you, this guide. And then that is kind of it in a nutshell. These dressings are there. We just ask that you fill out the evaluation forms. And then what I'm gonna do is take those, collect those, and put together a 1-page kind of report on how these dressings ranked in your opinion, and if you guys want these dressings brought into the inpatient side of things. So please give us your open and honest feedback, or if there is a different size that you think that your unit may need, please let us know. But my name is Megan Azar. My phone number is 608-215-2655. And my email is Megan, MEGHAN, .azar, A, Z as in zebra, HAR, @smith-nephew.com. And so Melissa and Georgia know how to get a hold of me, and so does Steve and Tracy if this is being viewed in the outpatient center. But please let me know. We hope to kind of have the trial wrapped up at the beginning of January, and then if these dressings are coming in, we'd love to see those stocked really kind of by the second week of January. So take care, have a safe and happy holiday, and thank you for everything that you are doing to keep us safe.